Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. Today's topic we're going to talk about, is it conspiracy on recalled foods? Is it a conspiracy on recalled foods? But before we get to that, let's take care of the business aspect of things. If you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com and leave a message. Definitely someone will be able to assist you. Evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. That's the same email if you want to make a donation, a free will offering to the podcast as we expand worldwide. We definitely use your support for more electronic equipment. Evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. That's via PayPal. You can also shop online to our big shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store. STORE. All three websites have clothing, DVDs, games, accessories, house products in general. So I just put everything in one big ball of information, and you can check out all three websites. We have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. And we do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. And digital artwork and consulting services as well. www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. We on rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19. You can like, subscribe, and share on that platform. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com for your luxury candles. Over 35 plus burning hours. Royalty 9 International is on Instagram and TikTok as well. Again, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And support his merch. www.wjaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his site, his social media site, you see other platforms on his channel. So like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube, and Continue to Train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye, as we have over 1,000 1,000 shows for your enjoyment. And also Mr. Evolution of London, which is our health and wellness channel. So like, subscribe, and share to all 3 platforms. Definitely will appreciate that. DJ Panthro, he's our international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519 at gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro 519 at gmail.com. On his YouTube page, DJ Panthro 519, you will see his website. You can support his brand that way. Like, subscribe, and share to his YouTube channel. You'll find him on Instagram and TikTok as well. The Real DJ Panthro. That's the DA, The Real DJ Panthro on TikTok. Kenzo World, aka Kenzo Topic. You'll find him on YouTube. His album Discovery and his single Adora on all major platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, just to name a few. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, more Kenzo at gmail.com. That's more MOOR Kenzo, KEENZO at gmail.com. Again, Kenzo. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those on YouTube. Rumble.com, just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. I'm not drinking moringa this week. Actually, my tea that I have is a peppermint tea with a little touch of wheatgrass, turmeric, senna tea, keep me regulated. So I'm gonna sip some right now. Trying to get motivated. You know, over the years, this is just a side note, there's so much material when I think back over, what is it, going on 5 years, 4 or 5 years with podcasting, just to have content and still be motivated. You know, I even Mr. Greatness get days where I'm not as motivated to really put up content because, you know, you can get burnt out. But I do have a lot of things to talk about in my brain, so that's why I'm able to regurgitate that to you. And you know, the thing about it, after a while, you get used to. You don't want to miss not, putting content. I know a couple weeks back, I think last year, I think I missed a day because I had a sore throat and I couldn't really talk. And that's really most of the time. Well, not most of the time. That's usually the only time. But long story short, I'm putting content for y'all guys, and really it is because I just don't want to miss a beat. If I start missing out on one show, then it becomes 2 shows, and then I'm gonna say, you know what? I ain't gonna really bother for a week or 2 weeks. I might do that one day though. Might not even put out content for like about 2 weeks. That's like my vacation time. We'll see. But long story short, that's just a sidebar. But we're gonna keep it going. And today, again, is it a conspiracy of recalled foods? And as you notice, there's been a lot of recalls, companies just, saying is certain E. coli or Listeria, I believe that's the pronunciation, which is just bacteria, bad bacteria in foods, and it is recalls. Just in case you don't understand, recall, recall foods. And that's basically, for my non-English speaking people, is when companies say, okay, the foods that they produce, the government might test it out and said is a hazard, and is bad bacteria, and the supermarkets got to send those products back to the company, or they have to dump it and take a loss. So that's where really that is called recall. But if you notice, it's a lot of foods that seem like being recalled. Just not too long ago, certain eggs, there's been a recall on that. Cheese, and pancake mix, and certain granola bars, and it seems like every time you look, there's some type of news about some type of food that gotta be sent back. And this is in North America. I looked at the list of different foods. Company called Pearl Milling Company, pancake mix. There's a recall February 14th. Basically, Quaker Oats has recalled 10,000 boxes of Pearl Mixing Company's original pancake waffle mix because they contain milk not declared on the label, posing a risk for individuals with milk allergies. It's one example here. I have a list, guys. Just bear with me. Igloo coolers recall over 1,000,000. 90-quart flip and rolling coolers after reports of serious fingertip injuries, including amputations caused by tow handlers. Coolers were sold nationwide between January 2019 to January 2025 at retailers such as Costco's and Target. Canned tuna recall February 12th, 2025. Botulism risk. Multiple brands of canned tuna include Genova Van Camps have been recalled due to compromised can seals that can lead to botulism. Now I heard about that before, botulism. It's like metal. You know what? Let me get the correct meaning so I could regurgitate it back to you. I'm just typing this in. And I just want to get an idea of what is botulism. Now, it's in dictionaries, a rare but serious illness caused by a toxin produced by bacterium, and it has the Latin I'm not even going to go into it. This toxin attacks the body nerves and can cause paralysis, respiratory failure, even death if not treated quickly. Botulism. I remember a long time ago, I was playing and I got cut with it. You know, when you pack refrigerators, is in the box and then is a metal wrapping around it. I know back in the days I don't know if it's going on now, but when refrigerators is in the box, but they have the cardboard box wrapped around it and then the metal to secure it wrapped around that cardboard box. But anyway, I was playing when I was a young guy, like around 6 years old, and playing with friends and stuff and doing little gymnastics or whatever the case. And then my knee hit one of those cardboard box and it had the metal attached to it, and that metal slipped my knee. And I had to get a shot for, that's what the doctor said, for botulism. So that's where I remember that word. Just took me to another place, guys. Don't mind me. Just walk with me. We continue on the conspiracy theory on recall foods. I'm gonna give my perspective later on, but I'm just giving you naming the list of foods that's being recalled. It's so many, really, and it seemed like it's becoming more and more. And some of these uh, foods have allegedly a bacteria called Listeria, Listeria, and symptoms of this is fevers and muscle aches and diarrhea in some cases. In pregnant women, it could be a miscarriage or a stillborn baby. If you get this, or it say this bacteria can survive and grow in cold temperatures such as refrigerators. It's really disgusting how just all of these diseases are just bacteria is just popping out of everywhere in foods. In beef, I mentioned granola bars and pancake mix, as I mentioned, eggs, cheese, oatmeal, and list goes on. Even in fruits and vegetables, fish, and the list goes on and on. It seems, and this is just pretty much a year. Why is it all of these recalls? Now, some conspiracy theorists think the reason why because it's a shortage of foods, and these not jobs, but companies cannot maintain, and they have these recalls to slow down the food production. Now, companies have insurance policies, business policies to cover them for these events. That's one conspiracy. Another one, which could easily be number one, is the government is poisoning the citizens, a way of reducing the population. Again, we'll say as allegedly. Are these food shortages deliberate? Since seemed like ever since the pandemic, there's been a lot more, recalls. Now, many conspiracy theorists claim that it is the result of a plot, manufactured plot. Again, allegedly. I'm not, so I won't say this is true, but your guys got to look into it. And then by having these shortages, prime example with eggs, there's been a conspiracy about the eggs. Eggs is going to jump in price. It's already started. pardon me for a minute. Let me just get a drink. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. So I'm talking more. You get dehydrated quicker. But let's continue. It prices of eggs is crazy. At one point, eggs, especially in my era, two or $3 a carton. Now the average price is about what, $6 to $8 if it's organic. $8 for a carton. Basically, it's close to $10 with taxes included for a carton of eggs. That's insanity. If you literally a big jumbo pack of toilet tissue and paper towel and a carton of eggs, and you could very well, for those three items, spend $50. Inside each tissue may be, you get the jumbo pack with 20 in the pack or 30 in the pack, and that's the same thing for the paper towel. So it could cost you $20 each for paper towel and toilet tissue, and a carton of eggs could be $10. So literally, you could spend $50 for those three items. That's insanity. And this is one of the reasons why you really have to start buying food for survival, eating to survive versus just being a glutton. I recently had a cut. I decided to discontinue eating potato chips. I love me some potato chips. But I had to regulate myself. That's just me. You gotta really start eating to survive. For all of this corrupted food, and it's not going to change, it's going to get worse. Having things in your cabinet like different teas, cranberry tea, peppermint tea, uh, different tonics, supplements. These is the little things that help you survive and keep you going. It's a dog-eat-dog world. My question for me to you, do you think the government really cares about you? That's my question for me to you. Do you think the government really care about you? Or are they just looking to to make profit off of us? With all of these recalls. Again, it's just my spin, not necessarily true. Just something to ponder and think about. Are they really concerned about you? And you have to be so careful what you eat nowadays. This is why people is getting all different types of cancers and so forth. All of these foods is just processed and from the manufacturer to you. It's not even original, I call it original corn in the can. But of course, we eat to survive. We try to eat the next best thing. But is this a conspiracy about the recall of foods? Or is just coincidences? That's my question for me to you. Just go on Google and type in the list of recalled foods. And maybe you say just for this year or last year only, or maybe both. And you'll find a big list that's not even talked about through your CNN or NBC or CBS. Not really talked about. Some of these foods are like eggs, and that's big. But there's other smaller foods that then it's a red flag on it, I should say. So the moral of the story, you want to be very careful. My question for me to you is the government trying to delete you to reduce the population? Is that a conspiracy? Is that true? Government want to hold back food because there's a food shortage. Bring these topics such as, is problem with the food. Are they profiting from it through their insurance company holding back on giving you food? What say you? So we have to really start learning to survive, ladies and gentlemen, by getting small stuff to heal your body. Certain tonics, having certain teas, wormwood tea, which I mentioned that quite a few times. Have your peppermint tea, as I mentioned, a dandelion tea. Different teas for your soul/spirit. In this day and time, you have to be super careful because you really don't know if these carnivores has bad bacteria or is it just talk to get more I should say this. Is this just air talk? I have to watch my words, so this day and time you gotta really be careful. So that's why I'm tiptoeing through this topic. But these major corporations, are they putting these is it conspiracies, putting these things out so they could produce less, but yet and still do they have the insurance to cover for them, so they still making money regardless? Is this true or false? That's basically where I'm getting at. Or is just air talk. But I tell you one thing, you better have certain things in order in your cabinet to heal your body, because you don't know what these ingredients pertain. Nowadays we eating so many different strange things. On the side note, these dyes, you find red 5 and blue 50 and yellow 6, and some of these dyes is a product of beetles, bugs, and they put these, to put it bluntly, these beetle juices that is red in color, allegedly, to make different ingredients from skin, your hair, the toothpaste you use. All of this is part of what they call food coloring. They give it color. The red dyes in your meats to make it look like it's something. Yellow 6, blue